Incredible day out here in the wilderness, exploring these woods off the beaten path. Followed this old logging tram for several miles until it ended just over in that direction, and been roaming through the woods here as far as I can. See if I can discover seeing a lot of beautiful trees here, pines, oaks, cypress trees. Way back in those swamps, some cypress trees that once existed that were hundreds, if not thousands of years old. Fortunately, were logged out during the logging era. That's why they built many old logging trams throughout these areas to reach these swamps, to haul out the cypress trees. Also a lot of old pine trees here as well, towards that direction, but a lot of those have been cleared out. So appears to be a lot of logging history in this area. Once a very active place, but very peaceful today. Nature's reclaiming this area. Seeing a lot of young cypress trees throughout the swamps, and if left undisturbed, they will survive for generations to come. Hiking further back into these swamps. It's drier over here. Back here behind me, I can see where it's starting to get really wet. So we'll see how far I can reach into those areas. Trying to stay along the edge of the swamps for the time being. The area is very swampy, sinking into a lot of this mud. It just pulls you in as you walk. Wow, what an adventure so far. I've hiked as far as I could into those swamps, where it becomes impassable at this current time. So many creeks and bogs you can easily sink into. So I'm gonna wait for this area to dry out a little bit more and try to navigate further back in such a beautiful place. Now, previously I explored the other side of this wilderness across the river. Found this logging tram that was used long ago. Followed it to the end, and I could see bridge pilings there. And I could see where the tram continued on into the wilderness, which is on the side where I'm at today. So I really enjoyed being able to reach that section of the logging tram on foot out here, because at that time I told myself I'm going to come back out to this area eventually, explore that other side of the wilderness. And I truly enjoyed the experience. I was hiking in those swamps way back in there. Some areas became impassable, lots of creeks, waterways. There's a floodplain here along the river. And it does dry out throughout different times of the year. It's incredible to see how this wilderness changes. I'm in this open area here. There's some pines and scrub habitat just over there. It's nice to roam through these woods. This is interesting. Came across these bricks here in the woods. May have been some sort of structure in this area. I haven't seen any other evidence of a building or foundation nearby, but you can see this open clearing. Well, it's definitely piqued my curiosity. I didn't expect to come across any foundations or remains from structure in this area. I'm way out in the middle of the woods where these swamps are, but it is a little built up here, and there's an open clearing. There's some bricks just laying on the ground. I'm looking around for any pieces of metal, wood. Try to see if this area was a part of at one time. There have been some sort of hunt camp here. It's hard to know. Not too far from this logging tram. So there's many layers of history throughout the area. These lands are used for various purposes over the years. You can see this tree has been uprooted. This is incredible. You can see the space. It's hollowed out underneath. You can see back inside this tree. Really interesting trees I'm seeing out here. This oak, very interesting how it's growing out of the ground. You can see the roots, and then it's hollowed out in the middle here. This side looks different. Now that oak will continue to grow, hopefully for some time to come. And just by seeing the base of that tree and how it's hollowed out, I know it's going to be one interesting tree to see in the future. And how it grows, the formation of that. I enjoy seeing them now.